Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us to our Open Up show. This is actually 162 episode, and thank you for your continuous support. Please continue your support. Welcome to our Open Up live talk show. Today we have an amazing guest to share his life journey with us. Before that, I want to share a couple of things with you. My name is Sivam Velautham, and I am the founder and president at Voice of Men 360. Voice of Men 360 is a non-profit organization founded in 2020 and is based in London, Ontario, Canada. Voice of Men 360 was born out of seeing a tremendous uh, need and stepping up to provide services to help, support, and overcome men and boys' life challenges. We are part of International Men's Day. International Men's Day has been serving for over 25 years, and so far, 95 countries around the world join together and doing various activities regularly. IMD follows six pillars, which is the overall well-being of boys and men. We follow in the same footsteps. Why open up? Because we men do not open our hearts and are not willing to share our matters with anyone. When we keep our emotional challenges within ourselves for a longer time, at some point they will explode and it will affect our health conditions in many ways. This is why we want to create an open space and allow individuals to share their life journey through our platforms. We aim to create awareness about the life challenges, struggles, overcome, ups and downs that our boys and men go through in their lives. There are no limitations with the gender, age, nationality, or ethnic groups in sharing your life journey. All walks of life can participate. Our goal is to make a positive impact on someone's life through this program. Open Up is on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We bring an individual to each show and let them share their life experiences with you. Before I introduce our special guest for today, I would like to go through our disclaimer. We would like to remind you that Voice of Men 360's mission is always delivered with good faith toward peaceful harmony. The views and opinions expressed in today's episodes or the episode are those of our speakers and do not represent Voice of Men 360. Our organization engages in discussion forums to offer inspiration and create awareness of the issues of men who wish to overcome their life challenges. We are not providing medical or therapeutic advice. Should you require that type of assistance, we recommend you contact a medical professional immediately. If you have questions or concerns about today's episode or any Voice of Men content, please email us at info@voiceofmen360.org. Today we have an amazing guest, Mo Zidan, image and communication specialist. He has been helping people in personal image and style, wardrobe, home, office, organizing, detox, personal shopping, body language and communication, public speaking, dating. He has trained over 6,500 people, have successfully built for profitable businesses in three different countries, including Egypt, Romania, and Malaysia. He is working as a consultant for some of the biggest name in the world. Topics which is he is passionate. I want to learn more of this style, mainly men, but he worked with many women too. Communication and body languages, cultural differences, manners, etiquette, attitude. Of course, I'm going to leave the phone number, email address, and the website and the social media link so you can reach out to him. Um, Thank you. He's joining from Romania. Thank you, Mo, for joining. I can hear you. Yeah, I think there's a little delay,
Oh,
but we can hear each other.
thank you for the invitation, Sivam. I'm
Thank
really glad to be here with you guys.
Absolutely. Thanks to Mauricio, to introduce you to. I just want to start from your journey. How did you start your journey to become an image and communication specialist? Can you share some of the situations? How did you start something?
Well, I started giving consultancy on personal image and communication before even realizing it's needed or it's called consultancy. I was just giving them out of care and love to people around me and to myself as well. I started when I was working in sales in many companies, and I noticed that a lot of people compliment me and notice the effort I put in how I look, how I move my body when I speak, how I listen, and as well how I pay attention to the setup in the room, who's listening, where are we, and all that. And since I started hearing repetitive questions about what I do and how do I get there and is it natural, how do you always have your words with you, how do you always look good, and all these things, I started gathering the answers together. And then I had my first client to work specifically on how they looked and how they spoke and how they felt about themselves. And from that day, I never looked back. I love it. Every day is a challenge. It's never enough. I wish I have superpower that I can speak to all men in the world and can at least have a quick conversation with them to see if they really need to change something or not.
Absolutely, absolutely. I just want to take you back, maybe childhood or wherever you can remember. What was the inspiration or influence that you got, or what images is totally, what I want to focus, or some kind of inspiration or some kind of spark you got it. How did that happen? Where is it started?
Right. I will start with my father. My father is a very educated man, well spoken, well dressed, always earned respect wherever he goes. And I am his eldest son. So everywhere I saw him, people were always talking to him in a very good way, and he always dressed well and chose his colors and all that. So I noticed that these things make a difference, because when someone does not pay attention to how they look and how they speak, people don't give them the same attention. At least the first impression, until people actually know you, and then they start focusing on what you say and do. And then I took that with me to work, and it worked out. I remember myself being the outspoken boy in the room, always never shy to stand up and speak, never shy to correct people if they do mistakes. Sometimes I annoyed people because I was giving advices without being asked, but I did not stop that. I still do it, and it's fine. So it started from my childhood. I had this in me, being always never shy. I always thought that I have something to share and people need to hear it out. Combining that with how my father looked and comparing him to people who did not pay attention very well, and how that impacted how people look at them. I put things together and I said, well, it actually makes a lot of difference, and I should take that with me wherever I go in life.
Absolutely. I mean, it's so good to hear because that influence actually came from your father, somehow directly and indirectly. Speaking about the father, let's can you share some of the moments that whatever you learned from him, the bonding, and when you reflecting back, going back and then thinking about the old days, can you share some of those moments if you don't mind?
Absolutely, of course, my pleasure. I came after 4 years of marriage, and I was waited, eagerly waited. So when I arrived, my father took me with him everywhere. So he had a bicycle, and he made a little chair for me to sit in front of him, and I was going with him everywhere, hearing his stories with his friends, seeing streets with him, and asking him questions. What is this? What are they doing there? Who's this man? Have we been here before? All these kind of questions. And he was always patient because he was a teacher. So having a conversation with the child was natural to him, and being patient with them, repeating answers, was something he's good at. So I learned that, and these are the things I remember that helped me to bond very much with him. Going back to style, I also remember him, and I think he still does. He's in his 70s now. He still polishes his own shoes. He still arranges his own suits. He makes sure everything is aligned. He's very clean. He shows up on time. And I always look at him as, okay, this is important. I think every man should learn how to polish his own shoes and how to tie a tie and how to tie a bow tie and always arrange his colors and make sure the suit fits. And yeah, this is how I remember my father in my mind.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing those moments. Nowadays, kids, they don't have the luxury, the memory, though. It's
That's why I
only
do what I do. I wish to bring them back.
absolutely. Thank you for doing that. So tell me, I really want to go deep in this one. Why is it important, especially for men, about their self-image and how can they change their perception?
That's a very, very important question, Sivam.
Thank you.
Men should look tidy. Men should always look that they are in control of their appearance and their body language and the words they speak. Every man should start there. A man who doesn't know how to sit in a clean, organized place, or always clumsy, or doesn't look like he's ready, I don't think this is a trustworthy man. If you look at pictures back in history, right? Let's go back to hundreds and thousands of years. All men leaders were very well dressed. They will make sure they know what they're talking about. Their body language is strong. They use their tools. They use their bodies. They use their faces and their hands to communicate with the audience. Nowadays, you don't see that anymore. Men nowadays hide behind brands, behind things they bought. When you take them an inch out of whatever they own, they would sound and look very confused. So if a man loves cars, he will always speak about cars. When you ask about anything else except cars, they don't know what to say or how to maintain a conversation. So I think, and I totally believe, that how men look and how they speak is a crucial part of being a man, is the backbone of masculinity, right? Because a lot of men, when you tell them masculine, they think muscles, they think anger, they think firm. No. Hence the word gentleman. You could be a gentle and a man in the same time. And this is when style comes. This is when how you form a sentence comes. So there is a magic gray area in the middle between being too clumsy and looking like you don't even know where you are, or too stiff and untouched. So I play in that middle area.
Absolutely. I mean, it's the self-image a lot to do with self-confidence, even look, and the image itself. Actually, I'm 100%. You are right, because whenever we see people, the people who are representing or speakers or pretty much the leaders, actually you can see how they dress up. It's not only for just a makeup or sake of say the dress. It's not like that. It's giving more confidence to them. Okay, you know what, I am this is the one who I am, right? So I
Absolutely.
believe everybody has to have some kind of like a sense of image, themselves. Whenever they lose it, that's where they are losing their selves.
Yes.
Uh,
I combine image with communication, because image is how we look and communication is how we use that image to communicate what we want.
Absolutely.
I'm not a stylist, because a lot of people just call me or text me, oh, can you make an outfit for me? The answer is yes, I can, but I will have a lot of questions before and after. What do you want the outfit for? How do you spend your day? What do you want to communicate through this outfit? Because it's not just how we look, it's how we communicate as well. They are very, very, very important to go together.
Yeah, there's a lot of things behind when we take or when we talk about the clothes. It's not just a cloth that we are going to wear. It represent an old saying in our language. I would say like the dress is more than half of your the total body, though. The rest of them
Mhm.
is just an image, right? So on the same question, I also want to ask, how does that affect men, especially mentally and physically?
Oh, wow. I mean, I worked with a lot of men before and after,
Hmm.
and you could tell the difference. Before, they are very shy, they don't know how good they are, they forgot their qualities, and after, they are in control, they are bold, they are confident, and they're grounded. And the difference is just me polishing, I mean, reminding them of what they stand out for. Because I always say, you are a miracle of odds. You're not born to fit in, you're born to stand out. So my job is to act like a mirror and remind them what can they stand out with? What's built in them that we can highlight? So I could tell immediately once you dress up a man and you tell him, make sure, please stop doing this thing with your face, or it's better if you use your hand that way. Don't cross your legs this way. Once they apply these little things, you could see a new man in front of you, a better version of that man.
Absolutely. I mean, small changes as, or maybe the habits or the way people, use their bodies,
Yeah.
body parts, actually, let's say hands or even face and things like that. It can make a huge difference. So, and it can give self-confidence. Absolutely. Yeah, you are right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. Go
Let
ahead.
me add one thing here, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
When we say style, people think a suit and a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
No, that is not style. That is one thing. But style is anything highlights your personality.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of men I speak to say, when I say, let me style you, they say, oh, I don't want to wear a suit and a polished shoes. I said, no, no. This is not your style. This is somebody else's style based on their lifestyle. So styles are, you know, in hundreds and thousands. So everybody has his own style, and my job with them is to find that style and get them comfortable in it.
I think that's a misunderstanding of style and self-image, or the cloth. Actually, even if somebody is wearing just a simple costume, I would say shirt and even t-shirt or pants and things like that, they can look totally different after you done your corrections and everything, right? It is
Mhm.
totally is coming or bringing the actual image from the man itself, right?
Absolutely.
And so, what did you learn about men's mentality when it comes to their image and communication, Mo?
I like this question.
I know.
The short answer is most men don't care how they look.
Yes,
And that's a very, very sad truth.
that's a reality. We had to agree that.
Right? You speak to a man and say, hey, can we do something? He's like, no, no, it's okay. And this triggers me because I know it's not okay. And I know they are lazy. I know, and I'm a man. And I know that we just want three shirts and one shoes. And as long as they're clean, we're fine. But no, we need to pay attention to those details and we need to treat them like they are part of our personality. So the main challenge men have is they don't care about the whole subject. They don't want to spend time and money in changing that. Second, they don't think it is that important even if they care to change. They will tell me, "Do you really think this will make a difference if I am a CEO or I want to date a woman? Do you really think?" And my answer is yes, definitely. It will make a difference.
Absolutely.
So
I
these are the
mean,
two main topics. There are many other things, but these are the loudest two.
yeah, of course. And then these two can change or make a big difference, even though there are some other minor areas they had to correct, but these two stand out or makes a big difference when they have or when they make some kind of corrections there. So what I want to say is that the color, of course, and the sense of color and the taste, okay, you know what, when you are going to a restaurant and then you want to have or you are looking for some kind of tasteful meal, right? Same thing
Mm,
with this one. You want to have some kind of tasteful or
true.
colorful. So this can bring so much behind the scene. I mean, talking about psychologically and mentally, it will affect so much. Sometimes you don't uh, you don't see or it doesn't fit at all the color or look so awkward though. So I can see. Anyway, I just want to move to the
Okay.
other part. Can you share some ways to deal with some difficult situation that men must face? Sometimes you come across any situations working with a lot of men out there, people from different part of the world. So can you share some of the ways?
Yes. What comes now to my mind when I speak to men and work with them closely is we all, or most of men, I can't say all, most men have a problem in sharing and showing vulnerability. And I can't blame them. I struggle with this myself. Um, I think it needs a lot of training and trust to open up and speak about another man about something that bothers you. You know why women are happier in general? Because when women speak to each other, when a woman speaks, the other woman listens only. The listener doesn't have to provide a solution. So they just vent out. But us men, if I am listening to a man's problem, my brain automatically think of a solution for him. And when I tell him that solution and he tells me I know, I think of another solution. So if we keep going back and forth for 5, 6 times, I frustrate him and even get him angry, and they stop talking because they just want to talk to me, and I'm always thinking I want to help you, and in their mind, yes, but I've tried everything you said. So I believe venting out and being vulnerable without being afraid to be judged is something men need to remember.
Absolutely. In communication, that listening part is so much important. You are right, 100% right. I agree with that. I just realizing that uh, in generally speaking, men, most of them, we are trying to find a solution as soon as possible. We want to help them in any ways and then find a solution. Not on the other hand, we are not listening fully, about the
Mm.
person or what he's saying or what he's talking about. He's not looking for solutions most
Yeah.
of the times, but we are ready to give a solution, So it
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense, man. Yeah.
If you
So
see, I'll give you. Sorry to
go
interrupt
ahead.
you.
Go
I'll
ahead.
give you a quick example. Let's say someone broke their phone.
Yeah.
If a woman broke her phone and tells another friend, "I broke my phone," the other woman will tell her, "Oh wow, this sucks. What do you feel about that?"
Yeah.
If a man tells a man, "I broke my phone," he'll tell him, "Oh, show me. I know a guy who can fix the screen for you."
Exactly. Exactly.
You see, and that is the difference.
So that's the way men and women handle situations. So, yeah, I can see that. Speaking about sharing or, speaking about my situation too with other people, though, how important, especially for men, to talk about or sharing. And also, because since you are a communication specialist, though, how come a man can change the one you just talking about? Okay, but rather than looking for solutions, how we can listen or how we can develop our listening skills. So
Okay. Let's split the question into two. If
yeah,
I'm the speaker,
yeah.
okay, before I speak to the man, I tell him, I would like you to listen to me. You don't have to provide me a solution right now. So
Right.
I'm giving him a heads up.
Heads up.
If
Yeah.
I am the listener, I always need to remind myself I don't have to solve his problem. I just need to listen to it. So it depends where I'm standing. I usually do that. When I speak to a man, I tell him, okay, do you have 15 minutes to listen to me? And if they forget, because we are men, if they forget halfway and they start giving me solutions, say, okay, let me finish and we can speak about solutions in the end. So do you remember?
That's
If I'm the
very
listener, remind myself that I don't have to
right.
fix this.
Right, exactly. So the speaker and the listener is a two-side of the story. Of course, it's communication is two-side. You have to listen first in order to answer the response, right? I love that. It's very simple and straightforward. However, the only challenge is because, let's say, if somebody is going through some extreme situations, or he's upset or frustrated or going even emotionally challenged, they don't really realize it or think about, what, oh, I had to warn, or I have to tell my friend, okay, what, just listen to me for a second, okay, what.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
so it's very challenging moment. Some people, because emotionally I'm not stable at the moment to say it. So that's one thing area that we, how to handle that one more. Tim, I have a few announcements quickly share with you guys. So um, end homelessness citywide march, Saturday, May 25th, between 10 and 12 p.m. in London, Ontario, asking for everyone's support from London and across Ontario, connecting us with potential individuals, organizations, businesses, government officials, and more. Supporting through organize your, you can organize your local event, and also march on the same day, sending some promo video or short video message, and also sharing this information on your platforms with your contacts. That's one. And then open up is on Sunday. The live talk show that we are doing right now is on Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And Willie is a Tamil live talk show is on Sundays at 8 a.m. Eastern time. And monthly men's group meeting is only for men by men. The second Saturday of every month from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Eastern time through Zoom. No recordings. The next one actually is the next month. Please join through Zoom. The link is available on our Facebook and page group. There are no limitations to gender, age, nationality, or ethnic groups. All walks of life can participate in any of our shows. If you want to be a guest on any of our shows or willing to be part of our organization and help us directly and indirectly, please reach out to us. We would love to work with individuals, professionals, experts, community organizations, associations, corporations, government officials, and businesses. Phone number is 226 289 8784. 226 289 8784. And email address is info at voiceomen360.org. Website www.voiceomen360.org. You can find us all on the social media. Facebook page and group we have. Join our Facebook group so you can see our daily, weekly activities, and please invite your friends to join. And other social media platforms are Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, VoiceOmen 360, so we can reach out more people and help more people. So again, Joe, go ahead, Joe. Sorry, Mo. Sorry, go ahead. Can you hear me?
No worries.
Yeah,
Yes, I can.
go ahead.
Okay, so very interesting question.
Mm-hmm.
My answer is this. We men are very simple. We are straight to the point and we don't read minds. So if I want my friend to hear me out, I prefer to tell him that out loud. I should not assume he feels it or understand it. I actually have a friend. Every time I call him for a challenge, let's say I have a problem and I say my car broke. His answer is always mine too. I also have the same problem. In his mind, he wants to cope with me. He wants to make me feel that I don't feel alone in this. He also understands what I'm going through. But in my mind, it's not about you now. I want to tell you that I have a problem and you should listen to me. Don't squeeze your problem with my. And I was assuming for a long time that he will understand one day, but he didn't, until I actually called him and I told him, remember when I call you and I tell you a problem? Because sometimes I call him for other things. Yes, I say, every time I tell you I have something, you say me too, and I don't like that. I want you to listen to my problem. I don't want you to share yours with. And he said, oh, you have a point. I didn't think about it this way. I thought I can, share with you, telling you I feel you. I've been there before. I said, no, it does not sound like this on my end. And from that day, we established clear communication that when I call him for a challenge, first, I tell him I need you to listen to me. So he remembers. Second, he never interrupts. Third, he never share his problem with me, or he can share it in a separate call. That's a different thing. And from that day, the relationship is going up.
Absolutely. So that's an easy way. And also, not only one time, but you have to keep remind yourself and then other people too a number of times until they get the message. Actually, thank you for the simple
Yes.
technique, though. It is simple, but it's not simple in a way.
No.
Yeah.
It's a very, very good point what you just said now, simple. Sivam, the difference between simple and easy. And an easy thing is a thing that has one or two steps. Charge your phone is easy. Turn on the light is easy. Turn on the car is easy, right? What is simple? Simple is something that is very complicated, and we simplify the steps into little steps. That's why you can say simplify after it's difficult, but you can't say easyfy because it's already easy.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
it is simple, and that means it is actually complicated.
Yeah.
That's why we need to break it into steps.
So we can start from the first step and then gradually, slowly move to the next one. So it can be achieved, or it can be done easily. That's very nice way to put it. So the last question, or to have,
Yes.
I do have two questions. So, what is your message to men as an image and communication specialist, Mo?
Take care of how you look. Take care of your environment, okay? Because where you live will have an impact on how you look and how you think of yourself. So please organize and make the place you live in clean. Hello? Yes, I can. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? I think we had like 10 seconds delay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think so. There's a delay, but I can hear you very well.
Okay, so I will repeat the answer again. I'm not sure if you have the whole thing. My advice to men is please take care of where you live as a place and take care of how you look. And I mean by starting with the simple things: hygiene, smile on your face, walk up straight, always be nice, and always have an awareness of your surroundings. Because a man is someone who takes responsibility. If you're not responsible about where you live or how you look, people can never count on you in anything. And it starts with you. You demonstrate how you take care of yourself, and we take that as an example on how you take care of other things. Take care of a family, take care of a job, take care of a group of people, take care of a shop, a company, or a country. That's my advice to men. Please always look your best. Try to put that shirt on. Make sure your shoes look nice. Make sure what you're wearing fits. When you speak, choose your words before you open your mouth. Choose the right time to speak. Always like that. I'm not telling everybody to be arrogant or pushy. I'm telling people to be self-aware. This is my best advice to men. Please don't be clumsy and give up on things and tell me nobody cares. No, we do care.
Yeah, that's very important. Self-awareness is most important thing. Is the other question is that the final one: what does open up mean to you, Mo?
Opening up to me means having bravery, willing to open my drawer and wardrobe and allow people in and show them what I have, because a lot of things I do have are not ready to be shared yet because I'm working on them. So opening up to me is bravery and courage to step forward for me. A man who's able to speak about things and open up about issues that are not finished or still current is a courageous man.
Thank you, Mo, for joining and sharing your life journey with us. I'm pretty sure, I believe there are a lot of things that you shared which makes more sense. And then also, whoever is watching, listening out there, please take it, into consideration and think about your self-image, self-awareness. These are the major points, and especially communication, as you said. That's those parts. The speaker and the listener, they both have to listen, but at the same time, listener has more responsibility to listen, especially with men. So whenever somebody is coming for something or telling anything, just listen first, okay? just keep
Absolutely.
just keep your mind shut and then say you just listen. Listen to them,
Yes.
whatever they're going to say. I love that. I really want to thank Mauricio and Mo for this opportunity. And then, of course, we can continuously support everyone out there, especially men. You do your best, and then I'm going to post this number to reach out to him. Please reach out to him, even if you have any general question or anything, just to get an idea.
Yes.
It's
Of course. My
407275
pleasure.
81998. 407275 81998, and Zidan at ryyc.com email address, and then website address is ryyc.com. And then he's on LinkedIn. You can reach out to him and then connect with him on LinkedIn, and then try to get as much as information from him, even if you want to work with him or just image, and then see how this change your life. Though, thank you for being here and then sharing your life journey, Mo.
My absolute pleasure. Thank you, Sivam. And I would like to say something very important.
Go ahead.
I would like to thank you as a host because you are a great listener. You had fantastic questions, you asked them, and you allow the guest to speak. A lot of us who watch podcasts and shows get frustrated because the host is always interrupting. And I've never felt I was interrupted by you. So I thank you very much for that. And keep doing it, please. We need a lot of balanced, clear conversations out there. Thank you.
Absolutely. We will have you in the near future. We want to dive deeper in conversation to understand more conversation about self-image and communication. So we will have you. We will bring you back to talk about more and more. So thank you for this time, and we will see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.